So I'm a big history nerd on building codes, and I have quite a collection of vintage codes. And I asked the internet, hey, give me a topic you want me to research for you and see what I can find. And I was challenged to find this information here. Do I have an old enough electrical code that talks about when circuits were tested by hand prior to having meters? Well, electrical codes are the collection that are harder to find. They're pretty expensive. This is my oldest national electrical code that I have, 1947. You can see the condition. That's the only way I could afford it. Apparently there are collectors of the NEC because, again, they're pretty pricey on the internet. So before I grabbed the NEC and went into it for 1947, I saw my other book that I happen to have, this Code for Electricity Meters, 4th edition. And if you go inside this 4th edition, you can see it's a 1941 standard. So being older than 1947, I started my research here. And honestly, I did not go very far. So if I go to the next page here with the preface, it actually was nice enough to print the preface of the 3rd edition, 2nd edition, and the 1st edition, preface to the 1st edition. And that 1st edition was 1912. And that is formulate a meter code. It's kind of cool about refers to the Committee of the Association of the Edison Illuminating Company. So this is over 100 years ago. 1st edition for meter code. When you go to the table of contents for that meter code, there is a chapter here on measurement of power and energy. I looked through that, and there was nothing about measuring it by touching the power. So, sorry guys, that's about as far as I got, but from what I can see, going back to 1912 and the 1st edition of this meter code, electric meters were already out there in use. So give me some feedback, give me some more information. I'd love to keep digging or hear from some other people out there in the internet with books older than my books here. And maybe we can put this history together. History is important.